Thank you so very much for having me. It's a pleasure. I cannot wait to come back. Every time we get a chance to take our traveling circus all the way to South Africa and do what we love for people that we love so much, it's just such a blessing for us. We have a big circus. You know, there's a lot of people, a lot of musicianship, and it takes. If it were just me, I would come over every 2 months. So whenever we get a chance to have that opportunity to come over, it's some of my favorite moments that I've taken. I hope the fans in South Africa, from every bit that we've poured into our shows there to the influences and friendships that have developed from my time there, know just how special a place it is in my heart. We all are kind of grappling with what it means for all of us. We're on the one hand, I am fully supportive of doing whatever the safest, best thing is so that we can get through this and through it safely and quickly. And sometimes doing the hard thing is also the best thing. That said, it's been a very long time, and we're all trying to stay sane and stay productive and stay connected. I think is the main thing, is we're all trying to find ways to reach each other, whether it's through music or through FaceTime or Zoom, or and we miss it. We miss everything about that connection. I miss my ability to travel to places like South Africa. I miss my abilities to hug my parents. So I haven't given a hug in so many months. But art and music can play an amazing role in connecting us. And I feel, on the other hand, very fortunate that I get to be in a job that allows people to feel a little bit more connected. Well, I've become much more organized. I've tried to tap into an inner neat freak that I didn't think existed, and I'm just trying to stay sane through organizing and cleaning, which I think a lot of people are. I've learned to cook. I'm not a bad cook. I realized that it's actually way more similar to making music than I thought. So where all of us are kind of going through the fridge and trying to find whatever ingredients we might have left. We say, okay, well, here's a carrot, and here's a zucchini, and I've got some lettuce, and you think to yourself, what can I make with this? And so I think it's for all of us that are kind of amateur culinary enthusiasts. I've certainly been good at eating, but this has been a good time for me to kind of, figure out and explore in the kitchen. That's been a lot of fun, at least. That's been kind of meditative for me. I am, more a pescatarian. I kind of eat more fish, and I try to keep as much of a vegetable diet as possible. I don't eat a huge amount of meat. So for me, the fish dishes I've been really proud of, just figuring out how to perfectly, because when you first start, you have to kind of cut it and see, is it done? Is it cooked? So for me, just kind of starting to develop the sixth sense for, that's done, and that's going to be perfect. I've been proud of my ability to figure out what all the different heat does. Your stovetop, your oven, your broiler, your grill, and that's been the basics. I'm trying to learn the basics right now. So it's been so wonderful to see so many amazing fans from South Africa tuning in to these virtual shows. We've had 85 countries tuning in, thousands of people around the world, and that just means so much, because you actually can reach far more people with a virtual show than you can, one night in any particular venue. So it's not ideal. We can't wait to have an audience again. We will be there as soon as we possibly can. But right now, when everything is shut down, to be able to do what we love and have people tune in, it's been a lot of fun, because you actually have a chance to kind of be looser and take, requests online and sing stuff you didn't think you were going to sing. And then you see the delayed reaction of people watching around the world on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. And it's really, really fun to see. So we're doing one on Thanksgiving in America on November 26th. And then we're going to do a Christmas concert on December 19th, which is my first ever full-length Christmas show. And if there was ever a time to finally bring out all that music virtually for people around the world to enjoy at a time when we can't all be with our families right now, I feel like it's this one. So I hope people tune in, and I hope they enjoy it. After a previous album of Bridges that was so personal, a lot of it was written or co-written by me. I felt the next album I wanted to do songs that I've loved for a while, classic songs that fans have requested for a long time. choosing songs for an album like Harmony is a daunting process because you love these songs so much and you want to do them justice. But, that momentum stopped after we went into lockdown, and we had to shut it all down, and all that sound became silence. So a lot of things happened in that shutdown process. New songs that we, rediscovered came to the forefront that we realized had amazing messages for the times that we're in. Songs like Both Sides Now and Angels and Impossible Dream. And then writing happened, because for any of us that like to write, what do we do when we're sitting in silence? Is we got to make noise. We got to sit. And so the songs Your Face and The Fullest with Kirk Franklin, as just therapy for me. I needed to tap into the unknown. I needed to tap into my faith and my love of expression through music to get me through it, not ever expecting really that those songs would even make it on the album, because we always knew this was going to be a classics album. And they wound up feeling so personal, so right, that my label said it was okay. So I was very grateful for that. Singing and writing during that time period, sometimes you got to write about the hope you want to see in the world. You have to write about your faith in humanity even before you see it. And for me, those two songs, and especially The Fullest with Kirk Franklin, who I've loved for a very long time, whatever religion you categorize yourself as, there is such a soul nurturing aspect to the positive message that Kirk puts across in his music. And I've loved that since day one. We worked together on my Christmas album, and I sent him the demo of The Fullest, and he came back and he reestablished the bridge and brought in this choir. And then he, of course, brings his voice and his energy to it. And it just took it, I would say I'm more spiritual than religious, but I think to embrace what faith means right now during times of struggle, that song represented to me what it means to just say, I'm going to think about the simple, most important things in my life. And at the end of it, whatever that day is, I want to know that I did things right. And that's what that's about.
East Coast Radio.